In this video, I'm going to highlight some of the properties of the triangle in the Perfect Storm book. There were a few chapters on some math techniques. One of them was how to use the properties of a triangle to make projections in price and time. So what I've done, I've taken this 1 minute chart and I've taken two big moves from the afternoon yesterday on Thursday, and I'm taking the big swing up marked by the green line and this swing down marked by the yellow line. The red line is just connecting those two bottoms and illustrating the triangle that I'm measuring and projecting with. So now this particular indicator is showing time projections, and each of the vertical lines is a projection in time. You can see that here the first line, the orange line, was the initial high. After the triangle completed, we got the initial top. The blue line was a midpoint, which is going to happen at times. The next projection in yellow was this high here around 1800 right after the start of the session. Then we had a minor high here, kind of an in-between point. The green line projected a low, the red line a minor low late in the evening, and then the last projection from yesterday was this low in the early morning, which triggered off a nice up move. So now I've opened up the chart and added the price tool based off the same triangle. And what this does, this will project up and down, and you can project off any corner of the triangle. In this case here, I'm projecting off of the low at the end of the triangle. And what that's doing, projecting from that point, it's giving me projections up and down. You see the magenta lines that are close together. There's one above and one below the end of that triangle point. And then we have the orange line here is the upward projection that's in the price action. And the one down below here at around the 38.13 level is the downside projection. So you can see what happened around those areas yesterday. You can see that the first one was an area of resistance, and then it was broken, and then it became support right here. You can see we had resistance at first, and then it broke above and then became support, and then the market traded up. And then when we came back down and challenged that area again, we had the same similar thing happen. It was initially support right there, and then it broke down below, and it became the key area of resistance for the afternoon before it finally broke down to challenge the magenta line, which set off the long trade for the end of the day. Now I've flipped this to project off of side 2, which was the high. You can see the orange line projection was initially an area of resistance right there, right before the green timing line, and then it became an area of support early in the morning for a few hours before that area finally broke. And lastly, I'm projecting the calculations off of the first corner of the triangle, and that brings me to this area of the highs, which is overlap from point number 3, the first projection I showed. So that kind of confirms that area. And then the yesterday's low came down and challenged that upper magenta line, and that was also an area of overlap. So Even right here, just the triangle projection alone from yesterday gave important key points in price and time that worked moving into the current price area.